Yo, what's cracking with it? It's early in the morning, and I had this story on my mind. I just wanted to say, um, y'all seen the title? Well, this was when I was in Susanville. Forgot what year it was. I don't know. I was in a dorm with a whole bunch of Kumi cats, and what Kumi is, it's this Oakland, this Bay Area, this Bay Area thing. If y'all know Kumi, y'all know Kumi. If y'all don't know, y'all don't know. They used to be 415, now they Kumi. And but yeah, if y'all heard of BGF, then Kumi's like, to me, it's like uh, the younger version of BGF, the Black Gorilla Family. Kumi, cats out of the Bay Area. So I'm in a dorm with a bunch of Kumi cats, and there's a lot of bullshit going on up in that thing, man. Oh my God. They had this one cat, man, that had the keys. Kevin, I'm just say his name. Fuck it, Kevin. This is light skinned half breed cat. He looked like John B a little bit or something. Uh, looks soft as hell, but man, Kevin, man, that motherfucker ran a cold program in that dorm, man. If y'all don't know about Susanville, man, Susanville is dorm living. It's upstairs, downstairs. Uh, um, Not upstairs, downstairs, but they got dorms upstairs and they got dorms downstairs. And I was staying in one of the dorms downstairs. And looks like a whole bunch of projects, man, on that yard, man. I forgot what yard with Cascade, Sierra, something, I don't know. Out there in Susie's house, man. But I was out there, man, and I was running with the Bloods, but I wasn't really running with the Bloods. I wasn't really running with nobody because I was a learner out there. Because usually every time us Modesto cats, we go to the penitentiary, it's really nobody from Modesto in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So usually by yourself, and I just don't usually go out to the Damus like, hey, I'm a Damu and all that old type shit, because I really don't bang like that. If you guys know my story, and I'm gonna just tell you guys, I used to claim Crip when up until I was 16, about 17 years old, 18 years old, and I got jumped by some Crips, and then I started claiming, not really claiming red, but I denounced the Cripping, and so I started, siding with red every now and then. I give it up to the niggas and shit like that, and my whole neighborhood turned into Bloods after that, and that's another story. You have to look at my stories, go back to my stories and find that information out. And, but yeah, so I go in there and I'm kind of like with the Bloods. I knew this one cat from Pasadena, Denver Lane, my partner D. And what's up, D? How what's going on with you? Miss you out there, boy. And yeah, D held it down. D had swole on, little light skinned, swole ass motherfucker. And so remember I get there, somebody told me it was somebody from Modesto here, and they introduced me to this one cat from Modesto, and he ended up getting some tattoos, man. This dude right here, man, from these cats in my dorm, these wild Kumi cats, man, they was up in there on one and shit. Nigga couldn't pay their money. That nigga do 1,500 burpees, man. Y'all know what burpees are? If y'all know some real burpees, try to do 100 straight. Try to do 50. You know what I'm saying? That nigga had to do 1,500. Oh my God. And he was whooping his ass. He couldn't make it, man. And when he couldn't make it, he'd fall down. They'll whoop his ass and stand him back up, right? And he was from Modesto. It was like nothing I can do because that nigga got a tattoo on the ass. You don't, get nothing from nobody and can't pay him and shit. And I couldn't do nothing about that. But I was in that dorm tripping and shit. But anyway, this one cat pulled up and he said he was from Modesto. And I seen him, my partner T. And he was kind of quiet, cool looking, had a swoles on. Me and T and D used to go work out. And we go out to the yard workout. They didn't have the weights and shit. They had took the weights and stuff. So we go get our bar work on, get our push-ups on and shit. And T was swole, had a nice ass chest on him and shit. And so T was just quiet. He was just quiet as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And he was in a dorm with the Crips. D was in a different dorm, in the Blood dorm. I was in the Kumi dorm. And T was in the Crip dorm. was a couple of Crip dorms. He was in the main Crip dorm on that yard. And they had this one motherfucker named D, this other motherfucker named D that was on the yard. That was, I forgot where he was from, but he was calling a shot for the Crips. D was a ugly motherfucker, man, but that nigga was swole as fuck, and he ran a cold line, you know. And so I used to always think, you know, me and D was gonna get into it for whatever reason and shit, because, you know, you know, nobody said nothing to me or nothing. I don't know if motherfucker was scared of me or, you know, because I was a little bitty, you know, I never had no problems and shit. I stayed to myself and shit like that. But motherfucker was, yeah, it was getting into wrecks and shit. And I was nervous the whole time. You couldn't tell because I kept a certain demeanor, you know, about my get down and shit. And so made it seem like, you know, I was less scared than what I really was, but I was nervous the whole time. That Susanville, if y'all know Susanville, it was, oh my God, it was going down on that motherfucker. But that's another story. So my partner T that was in the dorm with the Crips, in the Crip dorm. So he come to me one morning, he tells me, he said, man, and he got this like scary look on his face, a scary, you know, his demeanor looking, he's scared as fuck. So he comes to me and say, man, they talking about they finna roll me up out of there tonight, man. They finna roll me up. And what a roll up is, and they gonna beat your ass and you're gonna have to call man down or something, or if you're able to survive that, you know, and get up out of there. That's how it is. It's a roll up. They're just finna roll him up. I'm like, God damn, what's going on? And shit, I don't know, man. But T, like I said, he was kind of like, you know, he was real quiet. He didn't talk to nobody, standoffish and shit. T was kind of weird a little bit, you know, to the naked eye, motherfucker, shit. So me too. I'm that motherfucker. I'm weird too. I'm what they call it? I got hella social anxiety problems, and so I kind of stay to myself, but I kind of know how to. You know, I know how to put pieces of the puzzle together and try to put my act on. I'm an actor too. So, you know, I can get my act on and try to, you know, survive the situation. T not so. So he come to me with this situation and shit, and he looking scared as fuck, like they finna roll me up tonight. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Why, nigga? I don't know. So I'm like, okay, like, fuck, I can't let him roll my homeboy up, right? So I'm thinking about what to do. So I already had some connection with some cool dudes, because every time I go to penitentiary, for whatever reason, well, it's not like I went to a whole bunch of times, but I went twice. And so, so whatever time I go, you know, I meet some cool motherfuckers and shit. You know, some motherfuckers that hold the keys to the cars and shit like that. And for whatever reason, they take to me and shit. And I met some cool motherfuckers and shit that I know that will ride for me and shit, right? So just like my partner D from Denver Lanes and shit, but I didn't go get D. It was just like, it was a spirit of the moment thing. We had to go address this right now. So in my dorm, it was this giant 21-year-old cat from Vallejo. I forgot his name. And I tell him, I say, look, nigga. And he was cool as fuck. That was my boy, man. I wish I knew this motherfucking name, man. Big old motherfucker for Vallejo. If you remember this, anybody hear this story, you remember this Vallejo, nigga. You remember this. But so I say, look, nigga. I say, man, they finna try to roll my partner up from next door and shit. And finna go try to get him up out of there, man. I don't know, man. I'm finna run up in there. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm finna run up in that motherfucking shit. And he said, you want me to go with you? I said, yeah, man, come on, man. And so he came, you know what I'm saying? We got strapped up, had a couple of shanks. And I had one, he had one. And so he put up in my shit now. You know, I'm nervous as fuck, you know what I'm saying? I'm just nervous because I'm not finna get some more time if it go down. But I'm finna go in this motherfucker swinging, right? Swinging this shank, right? So he in the dorm of the Crips, right? The LA Crips, you know, the real Crips, right? You know, he in the dorm of the Crips, and, you know, they program was solid, right? So when I come out my dorm, so me and my boy, we walk over there strapped up next. Their dorm was like damn near next door to ours, couple of dorms down for ours, or just next door, or wherever it was. So we walk over there, you know what I'm saying, when the door come open and shit, the door come open, we run up in that motherfucker, and I'm like, anybody motherfucker touch my motherfucking homeboy, nigga, it's going down up in this motherfucker, nigga. And the blood going, you know, I said some shit like, you know, we gonna, you know what I'm saying, fuck some shit up. Not the blood's gonna fuck some shit up, but I said we gonna ride. I said some dumb ass shit because I was nervous and shit, but them niggas, they were surprised, right? Nigga, me and this big nigga standing behind me and shit, he had my back. And I saying, you know what I'm saying, if this nigga, y'all, anything happen to this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, nigga, it's gonna go down tonight, you know what I'm saying, whoop, you know what I'm saying, y'all niggas with me, wait till I get a, you know what I'm saying, y'all niggas wait till I get a chance to get this nigga motherfucking bed move and shit, you know what I'm saying, if y'all touch this nigga, it's going down up in this motherfucker, like, who am I, right? The motherfucker still didn't do nothing. The shit surprised the shit out of me. And we walked up out that motherfucker nervously in the motherfucker. And to make a long story short, on like a day or two later, I got a bed change for the guy and moved the guy to D's dorm. The blood, my Damu partner from Pasadena. And he was bunky with my partner D. And that was that. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have no problem in that yard. End up going to that's where they train for fire camp. I did my PFT, my physical fitness training. My PFT, I was a bumblebee. Y'all know what the bumblebee is. I didn't make it to the hog. Y'all know the hog. You got to make it make that mile in under like 7 minutes or something. Shit, I made that motherfucking like 7 minutes and 22 seconds or whatever the fuck. I was 32 seconds late, man, on that motherfucking mile, and I was a bumblebee. I had to do it another week or something, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I still made it to fire camp. But yeah, that's my story on that, man, when I ran in on a dorm full of Crips, and they didn't whip my ass. And cold thing about it, right, I didn't have no backing like that, like, to get the yard to erupt and shit. Like, nigga, I didn't even tell nobody I was running up in that motherfucker. I didn't follow no rules. You're supposed to let somebody know that you finna do all. I just told my motherfucking big Vallejo partner, we ran up in that motherfucker, but I ain't. Them motherfucker would have just start slapping me around, and I couldn't have did shit. I couldn't have did a motherfucker thing. I'd have just, me and that nigga would have been through up at that motherfucker, but for whatever reason, them niggas didn't jump, man. Yeah, but that's my story on that.